Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Buffy, where I'll be talking about and reviewing all the episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in order. Today, I'm looking at Season 6, Episode 17, Normal Again. We begin the episode with Buffy checking out a rental list before sleepy Jonathan gets rudely awoken by Warren, which Andrew finds funny. Jonathan says he hasn't slept since the whole Katrina thing, but no time for that, Buffy's here. So Andrew plays his magic didgeridoo, which releases a demon that fights Buffy. But it's a strong sucker that stabs her, who is injected by some orderlies at a mental hospital, and into the credits we go. Buffy wakes up confused, and Willow practices asking Tara out, but she seems to have someone else, although Tara does notice her walking away. While working at the palace, Buffy sees herself in the hospital again, and later joins Willow in trying to locate Xander, before Willow tells her about Tara's new gal pal, but Buffy says they're probably just friends. Xander comes home for cuddles and says Anya ditched the magic box, and the girls confirm she left a few days ago. Xander says he still loves her, and even though he's not ready to get married, he still wants to be with her.
And ever since, I've had this painful hole inside. And I'm the idiot that dug it out.
And that night, Buffy and Spike run into each other, where she fills him in on what happened at the wedding. Xander shows up and gets into a squabble with Spike, and while Willow tries to defuse the situation, Buffy collapses and winds up in the hospital again, where the doctor says she's been for 6 years, and Sunnydale isn't real. Joyce pays her a visit. Yay, Joyce! But Buffy snaps back to reality, and they take her home, where she explains what's been happening. Geez, we're back to the hideous fashion lineup again. Willow suggests they research, and the doctor tells Joyce and Hank there may not be a cure, as she's trapped in a delusion, and Buffy panics about the trio, then Dawn, before the doctor points out the people in her delusions don't provide her the comfort they once did. Warren and Andrew get back with mysterious packages that they won't tell Jonathan about, and he gets mad, while Buffy looks at old family photos, and Willow comes to her with research on the demon. She says the demon itself carries the antidote, and Buffy says she feels lost, and has done for a while now, and admits she was once institutionalized when she first saw vampires.
I stopped talking about it, and they let me go.
She worries that she's still there, but Willow tells her to trust her, as Xander and Spike are out hunting for the antidote. They get into a squabble again before they're jumped by the demon.
Oh, balls, you didn't say it was a Gloggle Gashmanik.
Because I can't say Glog!
And Spike fights it back, while Xander tries to tranquilize it, and then Spike breaks its neck. Dawn brings Buffy some tea and cares for her, while she babbles about things coming apart, and Joyce tries to convince her she doesn't have a sister. Dawn realizes she doesn't feature in Buffy's delusion and storms up upset. Wait, the demon's alive? So what was with the neck break? Anyway, they chain it up and snap off its doodad, and Willow sends Xander to the magic box for supplies so she can cook up an antidote. She delivers the antidote to Buffy, who thanks her, and Willow leaves Spike in charge of making sure she drinks it. But Buffy says he doesn't belong in her life, which upsets him. He says she's addicted to the misery and gives her an ultimatum.
You ought to tell your friends about us. Or I will.
Which pushes her to ditch the antidote and plead with the doctor to help her be normal. The doctor says she needs to give up her ties to her fake Sunnydale world and mentions her previously being normal for a while, referring to her time being dead. So when Xander comes back home, she hits him with a frying pan and chucks him in the basement with a tied up Willow. Did you put that key in upside down? Next on her hit list is Dawn, who's packing for a sleepover and is cranky, but senses the danger and locks herself in the bathroom. After Buffy kicks down the door, Dawn tries to talk her around, but she ends up in the basement with the others, where Joyce and the doctors encourage her to keep going. Buffy releases the demon on her captors just as Tara gets to the house and uses magic to help out, and we flash between the hospital and the fight.
I know you're afraid. I know the world feels like a hard place sometimes, but you've got people who love you. You've got a world of strength in your heart. I know you do. You just have to find it again. Believe in yourself.
Buffy thanks Joyce and says goodbye before fighting back the demon and punching a hole in it. Willow says she'll get her more antidote, and the episode ends with the doctor telling Joyce and Hank that Buffy is lost. I hate this trope, like, so much. The whole someone is trying to convince someone that their entire reality is fake or that they're crazy. There's a couple of Star Trek episodes like it, and I hate it more than the it's all a dream trope. I don't know what it is exactly that I hate about it. Maybe as a previous mental health sufferer, it makes me uneasy that someone else's sanity is called into question. When your world is crumbling, reality is the only sure thing, so I hate that reality comes unraveled for both the character and the audience. Having said that, out of all the iterations of this annoying trope, this one makes the most sense. It's no secret that the whole show is an allegory for life and growing up, just with vampires and demons and shit, so it makes sense that the two realities Buffy experiences are the vampire-filled Sunnydale and one that is real life that Buffy is trying to cope with by throwing monsters into it. I love that we get Joyce back for this episode. I mean, I don't give a shit about Hank, but Joyce is super important, especially for her speech at the end. When Buffy died, she thought she went to heaven, where she saw Joyce. And I love that they worked her death into the narrative, so it's so essential that Joyce is the one to tell Buffy exactly what she's been needing to hear since her resurrection. Buffy is way stronger than she realizes, and the part of her that was lost when Joyce died is finally restored by the one person that could, Joyce herself. Here we have another major example of Dawn flip-flopping again, as she gets stupidly mad that Buffy's poison-fueled mental hospital alternate reality didn't include her. Like that's Buffy's fault in any way, especially seeing as Dawn hasn't always been around. So it's absolute bullshit for her to get mad. There is no proper character arc for Dawn, it's just a jarring zigzag, so her random out-of-character outbursts give me whiplash. I hate it. This episode is a little earshot in its design, but Jonathan had a very different role in that one, so let's check in with him here. We have another example of Warren and Andrew excluding him, which shows the divide in the group and how they will all come unraveled further down the line. All in all, a storyline I hate, but probably the best execution of it I've seen. For the 6th episode this season, we have a single demon death, which brings our running total to 5 humans, 20 vampires, and 32 demons. So there you have it. That was normal again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be sired by my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and don't let the vampires bite.